We are at the storage unit and we have a ton of stuff to pull. It's been a crazy weekend of sales and we did opt in to the new discounted shipping. I'm not saying that's why that we have a crazy week of sales. I have no idea, or weekend. The stuff we're about ready to pull is from Friday, Saturday, and today, which is Sunday. Just got back from church. And it's a lot. We had a Whatnot show also on Saturday, so we sold 80 things on Whatnot, or Kayla did. That was her jewelry show. So we appreciate everybody coming out for that. And then also we have 28 things going out on eBay. So it's 108 items that we have to go pull, which is pretty nice. Also from our, not our last video, but the video after that or before that, it would have been after that, we had a lot of questions about the storage unit, why it's so much money. Well, one, it is covered also, which is nice. So when it rains, we do like this one. One, it's also really close to our house, which time is money when it comes to this. If you have to travel a long ways away to your storage facility or where your inventory is, it just takes more time. This is literally on the same road that we live, which is nice. And also it's, again, it's like right down the road. Somebody did ask, is there like outside or inside access? There is, like, that's the inside. So you have inside, and it is climate controlled. I don't know if we said that in the last post, but it is climate controlled. Also, another thing somebody said was, why do we like the beach so much? Or what's the big deal about living at the beach? We just like it. Some people like mountains, some people like cities. We like the sand and the ocean. So what we're gonna do is go in here. We had a couple other questions that had to do with some stuff in the other unit, so we'll show you guys that. And then what we're also gonna do is a box inventory. I know that doesn't sound riveting, but listen, you gotta make sure your boxes are all together and you have enough, because you start running out of boxes, a box in particular is very hard to duplicate and make. And I'll show you that box real quick, but we're gonna order probably like over 150 of them because we ain't got no more. But this is a nice facility. Like, I know it seems expensive, but when you put it into perspective about like a warehouse, this is peanuts compared to having like a warehouse. Especially having a climate controlled warehouse where you have to do heating and air and electricity. All that's included here, and a lot of people don't understand. Like, yeah, I know we say like, what I say, 550 or 525 or whatever. That still ain't bad, because to heat and air a place, you're probably looking, again, $400. Someone was asking about this. This is a rifle rack. We actually don't have it listed anywhere. If you're interested, we could ship it. It's not that big of a thing. Yeah. So I forget who asked about it, but that's what it is. It's just an old school rifle rack, and then it has this really cool things. Maybe that's where you would put your shells. Pretty cool. So what we're gonna do is try to go over to that one really quick and pull all the orders. Then we have to do a very large box inventory because we are running out.
And I sold that metal chair back in the back.
Oh yeah, let's get that out real quick. Little local sale right here.
$20 hairs.
$20. This thing weighs a ton. No wonder we didn't ship it. 20 bucks for that bad boy.
Oh, jeez.
It's so heavy. Good grief. Okay, $15. All right, so the person actually came and picked up the chair for 20 bucks. We actually got that for free, didn't we? So $20 free, obviously, after you pay taxes on it. Kathy, thank you so much. You bought this box. And there are Bose speakers inside, so they are heading your way. Some people don't like that I don't show what it really looks like, so I'll be popping some pictures up on the bottom, especially if it's boxed up. These just look like little cubes that are Bose speakers. The next thing that sold, honestly, was not a good buy for me. It sat forever, and it's going to be a lot in shipping. And also, these are kind of a pain because cast iron, especially enamel cast iron, is very delicate. You wouldn't think that this is delicate, but this is super, super, like, one hit on the side of this. She's putting her finger in her nose because these are hard to ship. It just needs a lot of good packing and not bubble wrap because it's so heavy. This will destroy your bubbles and this thing will be moving around inside of there. But this sold for $35 plus shipping. We got it for 10 bucks. So, I mean, we did make some money on it, but the shipping on that is going to be kind of annoying. A whole bunch of the Simply Safe stuff has sold. We did have one return because the main camera that was open was actually linked to a Simply Safe account. And if you don't know the account, guess what? You can't reset it. So, but the panic button sold for $12.30. We had 2 water meters sell for I think 40 bucks. So $20 a piece, and a keypad sold for 30 bucks. So they were brand new. We're hoping they're also not linked to it because to open it up and then to test it, you have to open it up. Is what I'm saying. So we'll let y'all know because that could be a real headache coming up real soon. And then we'll know either to sell Simply Safe stuff or not. One or the other. The Bombay Company Vintage Wooden Desk Organizer that we showed in the auction haul on this video sold almost instantaneously. And this is something, when I say that we were at like 850 bucks to 900 bucks, I was like, but some things here will cost or sell more than what I'm saying. That was one of them. I think we had like a $5 like evaluation on that, and sold for 35. Then we actually did find that the perfume, we had one perfume worth 80 bucks and the other one was worth 40 bucks.
Yeah.
So it was, a lot of the stuff was worth a lot more. We'll go over the golf clubs here in a second. This should be outlawed. This is insane feeling.
Huh?
Remember this?
Yeah.
This is a Revitalize or Advanced Performance Circulatory Booster, 60 bucks plus shipping. It feels like you're being electrically shocked.
On your feet.
On your feet. So basically you put your feet on here, your bare feet, and then you just put, and it shocks you. It shocks the poo out of your feet. And then you can like turn it up.
Yeah.
And it's even worse. I didn't enjoy it at all. I think it was very uncomfortable. But they sell very, very well. This is a rigid top to a machine. That sold for $25 plus shipping. Anna, you bought a very nice Michael Kors purse here. So we do appreciate it. It's in this bag to keep it safe. It's silver looking. Then we had another, I think these are viewer sales, but there's no notes attached to them. So we're not going to say any names. But this was the vintage Rooster wooden rack with cute wooden chef pieces. I mean, they're just like a little spice rack.
Yeah.
And that sold for $34.
I'll have to post up a picture.
Yeah, then we did have the squirrels, the walnut stacking squirrels. They were $25. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a viewer as well, because all this sold right after our video from the from the Bearded Thrift Machine. And then this Bose sound dock, $45 plus shipping. This right here is the Works charger, big old charger here. And the thing is that Works is not like a brand you would think that sells very well. We sell a ton of these. Parting Works tools out. These sold for 80 bucks plus shipping. The Pixie jar spoon, the Pixie ware, it is not Holt Hauer, it was Duval, I believe. And that one sold for $36. We did sell the 2 stack-on. We did send the invoice and they paid. They were the big metal containers. And then we also sold these lineman pliers. If you ever see these lineman pliers, buy them. They're from Klein. And you're going to be able to see right here, I don't know if you can zoom in on that or see that where it says Klein Tools. And it has like a little picture of a lineman on a pole right here. And they always sell for like 20 bucks. So they sold for $22 plus shipping. Then the vintage little crying onion, I'll flash up a picture of that one, sold for 20 bucks plus shipping. These sold instantaneously right after the video. So we dropped the video, and then these 4, and that you said you were going to actually pack these, right? These sold for $150. They are super, super cool, and we had a lot of interest in these. A lot of times when you see the video from the Bearded Thrift Machine, a lot of times that stuff's already on eBay, because the that video might be 2 or 3 days old and we've already put the stuff on eBay. So if you like something, you got to get there uber quick. We have a slew of golf clubs. I'll go through them fairly quickly. The most important thing about golf clubs is to remember it's really the name brand, and then you can like figure out like how to type it in. Like this says Titleist 755 and it's an iron set, so that's all you would have to type in. And these guys sold for $150 plus shipping, which that ain't too bad. Then this one right here is the Least Club right here. These swing trainers, they weigh a lot, and unless it's a Medicus swing trainer, I wouldn't really bother picking it up. This is the Master Grip. It only sold for $12 plus shipping, and we've opted into some of the discounted shipping, but a lot of these, we ain't got no lots. Also, somebody didn't understand like what the light is that goes off. Somebody thought it was an electrical issue. It's not. It's on a timer. So people can't leave the lights on. Like this ain't Motel 6 around here, you know what I'm saying? Like we ain't leaving the light on for you. That's what they're saying. So there's a timer for what, 30 minutes?
Yeah, you have to.
So then you just have to set the timer and then keep chatting away until it turns off again. This one right here, that one sold for $20 plus shipping. That's a King Cobra. King Cobra, some of them sell decently, but you really need to look them up. Nice little tailor-made right here. This would be a Rescue Club, $25 plus shipping on that. And then we got some other clubbies here. Adam's really not that good. It's like when you look at these, I mean, you know which one's the most expensive one, right? Point to the one that costs the most. That's right. Just because it's so bedazzled. It's got stuff all over it. It's gold. This was a $15 club. This is an $85 club. Just the difference when you look at them, though. If it looks like a fancy club,
it most likely is.
It most likely is a fancy club. Now, some of the non-name brand clubs do look fancy.
Oh,
but
geez.
just look them up is what I'm saying. You see a fancy club, look it up, and then see what it is. This is a TaylorMade. It was like 50 bucks plus shipping. TaylorMade's a good brand. This one is another TaylorMade, $20 plus shipping. So you get the hint here. TaylorMade, Titleist, King Cobra. Here's another good one. Callaway, $55 on this one right here. This is a newer iron, very good iron. $55. And then US Kids have actually kind of slumped off for us. We used to sell a ton of kids golf clubs. I don't know. Like 3 years ago, we were selling out of US Kids stuff. And right now, this is the first one sold in a really long time. $25 for this, for the US Kids little left-handed driver. And we still have a ton for sale, but they just aren't selling that well. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and put this in our little wagon. We love our wagons. And then we're gonna go over and do a box inventory with y'all. I know that doesn't sound fun. I know you're like, I'd rather have a root canal than watch y'all do a box inventory, but we get a lot of questions on what boxes we use the most.
Yes.
We're about ready to show you. In the box section, all right, so one of the ones that we use the most, and I'm gonna be taking pictures so I can remember which ones to buy, is the 12 by 12 by 48. We get all of our stuff from Uline. I know people are, Uline's expensive. Listen, we do it because the shipping's cheaper for us. Because we buy like truckloads at a time and we usually buy it quarterly. What is right now? What's today? May? In middle of May. So you gotta think quarterly. So we're right up on our quarterly, which would be, our first quarter was January, February, March, April. So now starting May, we're in the second quarter and we need to do a box. And we ain't got no lights in here either.
That's our little timer.
All right, so the 12 by 12 by 48s, we actually use these a lot. Golf bags usually go in these. We don't buy a whole bunch of these at once, but as you can tell, we only probably have 10 left. There's a couple over here, and there's a couple also in the bathtub. Sad but true. These we don't use a lot. We actually bought the 6x6 by 48s because of some car parts. And the thing is that we do not use these. They're way more expensive to ship. We have to actually probably ship some of the golf clubs in there because we ran out of the 4x4 by 48s. We use 4x4 by 48s a ton for posters, for golf clubs, for anything long and skinny. I mean, that is a very versatile box. You can cut it down, you can extend it. We do sometimes rods in there, rods and reels. You can fit in a 4x4 by 48. We use them a ton, so we're going to be buying like probably 100, right?
And what size was that again?
4x4 by 48. 4 inches by 4 inches by 48 inches, and that would be 4 foot. So we're going to get a couple of these, a ton of those. These right here actually are not Uline boxes, but we'll take those home just to get them out of here. And the 14 by 14 by 5 is a box that we don't use a whole bunch of. That's not like, but that is not an oversized box. But we don't have a whole bunch. We might get like 10 more of those. And then these right here are the 20 by 10 by 6s. We use a lot of these for VHSs, right? VCRs, combo units, and that's really about it. So we won't buy any more of those. We do use the newsprint paper down there. They're about 50 pounds a piece. We probably will not buy maybe one more of those because we run through paper a lot. That is a lot cheaper than bubble wrap. As you can tell, we actually don't have any bubble wrap, but we'll only probably buy, what, 2 things of bubble wrap? Because before we were, buying tons of bubble wrap and it was super expensive, and we realized paper, it does the same job and it's way cheaper. So we've switched almost exclusively to paper and heavier paper. These right here we use a lot of, the 12 by 12 by 8. This would be the same as a number 7 box from the USPS. So the 12 by 12 by 8 is a really good box. And then also, yeah, we're almost out of everything. This right here, the 9 by 7 by 5s, that is a solid box too. So we need all of those. And we are out of the 8 by 6 by 4s. These we would put like a flat bill hat in. The 8x6x4s will fit a hat, like a curved bill hat. You can fit one in there perfectly fine. We don't send our hats like any type of in a poly bag or anything like that. But these are very versatile when it comes to Whatnot. We burn through 8x6x4s and 9x7x5s on Whatnot. Burn through them. Also, we are out of our shoebox style ones.
Yep.
Like, so at the USPS, basically what we did when we looked at our boxes to buy, we went to the USPS store from, you know, priority and looked at the ones that we used the most and ordered the most. And then we went on Uline and we just looked at the sizes and then bought similar sizes. Now, there is a big difference when it comes to boxes, I didn't know this, on crush rating. So the crush rating on the box makes it more expensive or less expensive. So always take a look at that. I know some people are like, you know, boxes are so expensive. Maybe look at the crush rating that you're doing, because you have to, in Uline, you have to search out the economy box almost. They really promote like the mid or high crush rating box because it is more expensive.
Yep.
So I would definitely like search out those, because we, for these, use the economy box.
Yes.
But stuff we know are gonna have probably heavier things in or something like that, like the 12 by 12 by 8s, and then the 20 by 10 by 6s, they are the mid-grade boxes because the crush ratings would be a lot more than that. And then the 4x4s by 48s, we try to make it as cheap as possible for them. Like the cheapest ones the better, because they have golf clubs in them, and if you break a golf club, I don't care the crush rate on the box, you did something in that golf club. So what we're gonna do is go home, get all that stuff packed. 28 orders to pack on eBay, 80 orders to pack on Whatnot. It is it's 3:20 right now. So I'm thinking it might take, what, about, this might take a while because that's a lot of harder stuff to pack. This might take us 2 hours. I'll let y'all know actually. You know what, I'm not gonna end this video without y'all knowing how long it takes to pack 100 packages. We're out of here. All right, so I actually left y'all in the car. I apologize for that. We are all done shipping. It is exactly 6 o'clock and we started somewhere around 4, so it's 2 hours for me to ship the eBay orders and Kayla 2 hours to basically ship the Whatnot orders. So 4 hours of like man hours shipping. I don't think that's too bad for that many orders. We're gonna go ahead and take the rest of the night off, and I'm gonna edit this video tomorrow so y'all can watch it. See you on the next one.